Hey guys, it's Nick from Pick'em MMA and I'm back with another UFC fight night best bets and the best parlays. The safety parlay which hit last time, and we have the long shot parlay which didn't hit because Rosenstrike got strangled, and I had battle plus Rosenstrike, so that didn't hit. It's called the long shot parlay for a reason. But anyhow, guys, let's talk about this next card. Well, we're gonna be talking about Dern versus Hill, and let's look at the first bet on the card. So guys, I have Natalia Silva. This is the first bet I have. I do have a 1 unit play on Natalia Silva by finish. I also have her in a parlay. I'm like very confident on Natalia Silva, guys. I do think she's gonna be she's gonna knock her Leonardo out. Leonardo has lost twice by knockout in the UFC, and I don't think she's been submitted. Yeah, she's been submitted before, so she's lost 4 of her fights by finish, and yeah, she doesn't really have that knockout power to scare Natalia Silva away. So just take Natalia Silva by finish. The money line is just way too wide. I think she's safe to put in parlays though, but the money line is just crazy. Let's look at the next fight. I have Joaquin Buckley. I have him winning by knockout, guys. I think Andre Fialho, like if he's not able to find a knockout, which I don't think is going to happen in the first round, I do see him like obviously he has power in the first round, but I do see him slowing down in the second round like he always does in the UFC fights he's lost, and then he gets finished. He gets backed up to the cage, and then he's not able to respond to the volume of his opponents, and then he just covers up and just kind of gives up. So the best bet on this fight I have is guys, by the way, all the odds I have on this fight, on this video, are all from DraftKings. They have same game parlays and everything, so I was looking at the best bet for this fight, and if you go into fight parlay section, you can get Joaquin Buckley to win and under 2.5 rounds. It is plus 250. I think you won't find more juicy prop than this on this fight on Joaquin Buckley. If you take a Joaquin Buckley straight by knockout, is plus 100. So that's why I recommend you go into the game, fight parlays and select Joaquin Buckley to win the fight and under 2.5 rounds. It is plus 250. Alright guys, let's look at the next fight. By the way guys, Joaquin Buckley does have a lot of knockout power, which is why I'm so confident on him getting this finish. He has like 73% wins by knockout, and he's faced some really competition also. In the UFC, he's got 80% win rate by knockout, and he's lost to some really good guys by knockout also. And I don't think Andre Fialho is that technical striker like Chris Curtis or Nasruddin Imavov, or I mean Alessio De Carico just head kicked him, got lucky, but I don't see Andre Fialho knocking him out like that. So Joaquin Buckley to win and under 2.5 rounds, plus 250, guys. Let's look at the next fight, which I have is Michael Johnson, guys. Michael Johnson is my underdog lock of the week, and I have him winning by decision here. I do see him defending the takedowns. I know for is dangerous if he takes your back. Michael Johnson has been fighting smart in the last couple fights. He doesn't take an unnecessary risk anymore, and I see him. He's okay with winning by decision. He's not trying to chase the finish and like he used to when he was younger in the UFC. Now he's a 36-year-old, I think, veteran, and he's fighting smart now. The safest play here is take Michael Johnson by money line. I do see him finishing Diego Ferreira, but I'm not gonna bet on it. I did put a half a unit play on Michael Johnson money line. Alright, guys, and the money line is plus 135 right now on DraftKings. Yeah, Michael Johnson. I mean, he's got a good knockout power also, but now like he's been winning by decision in the last couple fights. Yeah, he knocked out Alan Patrick, but that guy wasn't really a top guy. Diego Ferreira has faced some really good guys, so I have a hard time seeing him knocking him out. But he did get knocked out in his last two losses, so it could happen. You never know what that chin's going to be like, but I think Michael Johnson moneyline is the best play here, and he is underdog right now. So take Michael Johnson by moneyline, guys. Let's look at the next bet I have here is Anthony Fluffy Hernandez over Edmund Sahabajian, guys. I have Anthony Hernandez by submission. It's sitting at plus 165 right now on DraftKings. Guys, why I have Anthony is because he's a much better grappler, and we have seen Edmund struggle against really good grapplers like Derek Brunson, who just ground and pounded him. He was a big favorite in that fight. I mean, and Derek Brunson just put him down, wrestled him down, and just Edmund Sabajian had no answer for Derek Brunson. And Brunson doesn't have the best gas tank either, but he was able to do that to Edmund easily. Hernandez is much younger than Derek Brunson, and he's got really good chain wrestling here. He's got 3 wins in the UFC by submission, and he's got a win. He submitted a guy like Rodolfo Vieira, who's a world champion, like 3-time world champion, I think, in jiu-jitsu. So I don't see him having any trouble submitting Edmund Sabajian here. I did see some late money coming in on Edmund Sabajian. If this fight does stay on the feet, I do think Edmund does have a pretty good chance to win. But I know Hernandez will take him down. He's not gonna give up if he can't take him down in the first round, and he's gonna take him down and then take Edmund's back and then choke him out by a rear naked choke. So if you do, I think the most juicy prop here is on DraftKings. If you take Anthony Hernandez in same game parlay, you can do Hernandez moneyline plus under 2.5 rounds plus by submission. It will give you plus 205, which is pretty damn good. Alright, guys, let's move to the next fight. I have the underdog girl Vanessa Demopoulos going up against Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I think that's how you say that name, Kowalkiewicz, yeah. And Karolina she's got 2 wins in her last, like, before that she was on like a 5-fight losing streak, and I don't know how the UFC didn't cut her, but she was able to come back and get a finish over Felice Herrig, who I don't even think is in the UFC anymore. And she got a win over Silvana Gomez Juarez, who still is in the UFC maybe, I don't know, I can't really tell. But I'm not really impressed by these wins over these girls. She's 7-7 in the UFC. Vanessa Demopoulos is underdog in this fight, and she's the younger fighter here. She's also on a 3-fight win streak. She's got a win over Silvana. She submitted Silvana Gomez Juarez, and got a win over Jinhyu Frey, and got a unanimous decision over Maria Oliveira. Guys, I see I think Vanessa Demopoulos, like, she's got pretty good cardio, and I don't see Karolina taking her down and taking her back here. Vanessa probably is the more scrappier fighter here. She's gonna be pushing the pace on Karolina the whole fight, maybe taking her down, trying to like land whatever she can. And I do think Vanessa by money line is the safer play here because you will be getting her at underdog odds. But I think this fight does go all 3 rounds. I could see Carolina defending the submissions. She's got pretty good at jiu-jitsu, so. But if you do want to take Vanessa by submission, it is plus 450. I will recommend you take money line on either of these girls if you are betting on this fight. But what I will say is that I am more confident on Michael Johnson here on this card than Vanessa. But I am pretty confident in Vanessa Demopoulos. I hope she gets this win. Carolina should not be in the UFC anymore. Alright guys, for the main event of the evening now guys, we have Dern, Mackenzie Dern versus Angela Hill, and the fight that we all wanted to see for 25 minutes guys. Angela Hill is almost 39 years old, and she's like almost 9 years older than Mackenzie Dern, which is crazy. Angela Hill was on like a 3-fight losing streak, I think, before that. Yeah, and she was able to get a win over Lupita Godinez, in which she was a big underdog, and she landed more volume and got a unanimous decision win over Godinez. Then she beat Emily Ducote by landing a lot of volume also. In this fight, guys, since this is a five-round fight, I do think Mackenzie Dern will be able to get her down later, maybe in the 4th or 5th round, and then submit her. But what I will say is the really good play I have here for you guys is I have Angela Hill moneyline decision only on DraftKings, guys. If this does go out 5 rounds, I don't see Mackenzie Dern winning. I don't see her outstriking Angela Hill for 25 minutes. I do think Angela Hill will be able to win the first 3 rounds, and then maybe like defend the submissions in the last 2 rounds, or maybe defend the takedowns and then win by unanimous decision here. So take DraftKings moneyline decision only, which is minus 135 for Angela Hill. Since I did pick Mackenzie Dern by submission, I do think I didn't put any bets on Mackenzie Dern yet. I'm not really that confident, but I will drop a quarter unit on Angela Hill by decision only. So if Mackenzie Dern does finish the fight, there will be no action. So I mean, you will get your money back. But if I don't see Angela Hill finishing Dern in this fight, she doesn't have the power or the cardio to go for a finish, and she's always okay with just winning by decision. Alright guys, so that's it for the best bets. Let's move to the safety parlay now. The safety parlay for this week, guys, I have from boxing, I have Devin Haney getting a win over Lomachenko, and then I have Natalia Silva plus Anthony Hernandez, guys. It pays plus 124 on DraftKings right now. These are all by money line, which I think is the safest way to go. Alright guys, so I hope this I'm very confident on the safety parlay. On the last week's safety parlay, we had Williams, and then we had Alex Morono, which came through. I also had Nathan Levy, but we all know that Pete Rodriguez pulled out of the fight, so that fight was voided. But I was very happy that that safety parlay came through, and I'm very confident on the safety parlay also. I do have a 1 unit play on the safety parlay right now. I have $100 Canadian on this right now. And for the long shot parlay, guys, I have Michael Johnson plus Chase Hooper plus Joaquin Buckley plus Vyacheslav plus Angela Hill. It will pay plus 2,704. So maybe drop like $10 on this, which wouldn't be too bad. I'm pretty confident, but there's like a 3 out of 10 chance this could hit. But so that's it for the parlays. Let's move to the over and unders now, guys. The first fight I have Dern versus Hill, the main event. I do see this fight going over 2.5 rounds, and it's sitting at around like minus 270, I think, the over 2.5 rounds. And then for the Fialio versus Buckley, I do see the fight being finished under 2.5 rounds. And I do think, I mean, both guys always are looking for the finish, and I don't see that fight going over 2.5 rounds. The under 2.5 rounds for that fight is pretty damn good right now. Let me check what's it sitting at right now. Just give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Yeah, so for just a second, Joaquin Buckley, the under 2.5 is sitting at minus 190 on DraftKings for Fialio versus Buckley, which isn't too bad in my opinion. 190. And for the next fight, I have this fight going over 2.5 rounds. It's very likely to even go the distance, but I think just in case there could be a late finish, because one of these girls could get tired in the last like 2 minutes. You never know. So take over 2.5 rounds. This line is probably very wide right now. Just give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up. So for Ducote versus Godinez, the over 2.5 is sitting at minus 135. Minus 335. Wow. I mean, this is pretty damn wide in my opinion. I don't think I'm gonna lay the chalk for this. But I'm very confident it does go over 2.5 rounds. And for the Mahsate versus Vyacheslav, I do see someone getting finished in this fight. I do think someone will get knocked out. Vyacheslav has finished like 6 of his 7 fights, I think, in the UFC. Let me just pull it up here. Yeah, Vyacheslav, where is he? Yeah, these guys are always hunting for the finish. Yeah, Vyacheslav has he's finished 5 fights in the 5 fights out of 6 wins. In the UFC, he's got 1 knockout over Duncan, who just got a win in the UFC like a couple weeks back. I do think Vyacheslav will knock Mahsate out in this fight. Mahsate has never been finished, I don't think so. Yeah, he's never been finished before, but I do see him getting knocked out here. So take the under 2.5 rounds. I could see Mahsate getting the knockout over Vyacheslav, or Vyacheslav getting the knockout. So the best bet I think is under 2.5 rounds, but I'm not too confident on this fight to go under 2.5 rounds. I think money line on either guys is more safe, because both guys are very tough and they've never been finished. But anyways, guys, I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys subscribe, like, and comment. It really helps me out. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. I'm really close. Thank you so much for checking this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys next time. Good luck on your bets, guys.